Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about in-house team versus agency in Amazon. So my name is Iani, I'm a seven-figure e-commerce seller, and I also have a full-service Amazon agency called E-commerceville, the city of e-commerce, where we specialize on Amazon. We do full-service Amazon. We don't do TikTok shop, we don't do websites, we just specialize on Amazon because what I believe is you concentrate on one and you become extremely good at it instead of going from one to the other. So if you want to work with us, scale the brand to the moon, follow the link below, go to our website and request a free audit. Now, let's get into the video. Today, I want to speak about in-house marketing team versus an agency. And what are the pros and the cons? Now, I've seen both sides. I've seen good in-house teams and I've seen bad in-house teams. I've seen great agencies and bad agencies. And how do you make the decision? So first, you need to understand what the difference is. In-house team is when you're a brand owner and you're hiring the team yourself. Usually hire someone who really understands ads at a strategic level, like really understands how to do advertising. They need to hire someone who really understands listings and how to do the creative listings and merchandising, which is how to actually make a listing for it to sell. And then you need to actually hire designers underneath them so they can actually do the work. And then you need to hire PPC people that are doing the actual work. So we're talking about many times 7 to 10,000 a month plus for smaller brands, for in-house teams, and much higher when you're a bigger team. Now, what are the pros? Of course, you have a lot of control. If you understand Amazon or someone on your team knows Amazon extremely well, it can be an advantage because you can control it. What is the disadvantage? If you don't understand Amazon, and if you're not specialized on Amazon, your results won't be as good. You have the headache of managing people because if it's your team, you need to manage them, or someone in your team needs to manage them, who you need to manage. It's a lot more expensive as well, especially for what it brings. Now, of course, I'm biased because I have an agency, but I've seen a lot of in-house teams and rarely have I seen them work well. And I'll tell you why. An in-house team has rarely worked with a lot of brands. And anyone who's good at Amazon advertising, Amazon listings, either have their own agencies or have their own brand. So they rarely go and work for another brand because they'll be already doing very well at what they're doing. So an in-house team or most of the times has some background in marketing on e-commerce, but rarely do they have specializing on Amazon, which for something as complex as Amazon, you want to be as specialized as possible. And they rarely have as many reps as someone at an agency has. We work with a little bit over 20 accounts, and the amount of campaigns and ads and listings I've seen is very difficult to replicate if you don't have that. You probably have worked with one or two brands and you don't know enough on Amazon. You basically don't have enough reps under your belt to compete at that level. So that's the issue with in-house team. The cons of an agency is you can get a bad agency and burn through money for 3 to 4 months. That is the reality of it. With an agency, many times you don't have as much control as your in-house team. But the pros with an agency, it's usually less than an in-house marketing team. And if it is more expensive, it's less on your time. You don't have to spend time managing them. The right agency, you don't have to manage them. They manage their own staff, they manage their own work. The right agency can really change your business. They can really make your ads explode, listing explode, conversion rate explode. And if it's a good agency, it really pays itself. So that's a very big thing. But also make sure that when you're speaking with an agency, you do your due diligence. Who are these guys? Do they have experience with the type of things we do? If you're a huge supplement brand, they've never done supplement, maybe it's a big risk to take. Doesn't mean it can't work, but it's probably a big risk to take. See the experience they have. Jump on a call with them. See how they are, how they talk, the level of communications. Do they have any systems in place? How many people do they have? Because what happens is many agencies are understaffed or overstaffed. And when they're understaffed, they don't have enough people to actually do the work. When they're overstaffed, they have too many people and the communication is very difficult. And it's very difficult to get through to them. So do due diligence on both. Of course, when you hire your team, you might be able to do more due diligence, but unless you have the person working for you, you don't know how good they are. A good agency can really make a big difference. Same with an in-house marketing team. It's just with an in-house marketing team, ideally you need to be very good at what you're hiring for. Because if you don't understand it very well, you won't even know what success looks like for these in-house marketing teams. And also, you can have churn inside. If you have an in-house marketing team and someone poaches one of your top players, now most of your team is gone. With an agency, agencies will rarely fire you unless you do something very strange or you're really a pain in the ass. So that's another thing. If you have an in-house marketing team, it's a lot more management on your side, which if you're hiring someone, ideally you want for that time to be given back to you. Again, with an agency, you need to be as well careful. A lot of agencies are not great, but the good ones they really make a difference, and they give you so much time back that you can really do very well. So just to summarize it is, if I was going with someone, I would go with an agency just from a risk perspective. If they're a good agency, they'll just have a level of repetitions and practice under their belt that an in-house marketing team is extremely difficult to have unless they've had their own agency. And if they've had their own agency and they've done well, they'll rarely come to an in-house marketing team unless you're offering an insane amount of money. So I hope you like this video. A lot more to come. Stay tuned.